Yes. When we see the synthesis of ATP in the mitochondria, we usually describe it as oxidative phosphorylation because we see the oxidation, the removal of hydrogen occurring and redox reaction is occurring throughout the electron transport chain till the electrons at cytochrome A3 will combine with two protons to form two hydrogens, which will in turn combine with half molecular oxygen to become metabolic water. So this is called as oxidative phosphorylation. So with this, I wanted to discuss the other two types of phosphorylation in plant physiology to make it more clear. So synthesis of ATP in an oxidative process like respiration, because we are removing hydrogens by breaking the carbon skeleton in the same way it was joined during photosynthesis. We call it as oxidative process where glucose is oxidized to carbon dioxide and water. So one fundamental what we need to learn here is phosphorylation means synthesis of ATP. This is first fundamental. Synthesis of ATP is phosphorylation. Wherever you come across the term phosphorylation, we mean synthesis of ATP. Oxidative phosphorylation is synthesis of ATP by capturing the energy released during breakdown of glucose to carbon dioxide and water, the way it was formed in mitochondria. So similarly, we have substrate level phosphorylation. As I told now, phosphorylation is synthesis of ATP. Substrate level synthesis of ATP when one substrate changes to respective product. It will not go through electron transport chain and get ATP synthesized. Then and there, instantly, when one substrate is converted to its respective product, then we see the synthesis of ATP. If it happens at the substrate level without entering the electron transport chain during respiration, we call it as substrate level phosphorylation. Stick to the fundamental. Phosphorylation is synthesis of ATP. Now, what are all the substrates in the respiration where we see synthesis of ATP? We in aerobic respiration see them at 3 steps, 2 in glycolysis, 1 in Krebs cycle. So now what are the 2 ones in glycolysis? In glycolysis, I see a substrate level phosphorylation when 1,3-bis phosphoglycerate converts into 3-phosphoglycerate. 3-phosphoglycerate. That means you removed a phosphate at the first carbon in 3-carbon glyceraldehyde. Since we will have 2 molecules of 1,3-bis phosphoglycerate, I get 2 ADP added of 2 phosphates to give me 2 ATP. So here there is no electron transport chain. When the substrate is changed to next product, then and there the energy released is captured in the form of ATP. This is one substrate level phosphorylation. And the second one is when phosphoenol pyruvate is converted to pyruvate. So here also I see 2 ADP are added of 2 phosphates to get converted into 2 ATP. This is another substrate level phosphorylation. Glycolysis is common to aerobic and anaerobic respiration, but if it is not followed by Krebs cycle, this is the total amount of ATP produced in glycolysis 4. And then in Krebs cycle, when succinyl coenzyme A is converted into succinate. So here also I see a substrate level phosphorylation where GDP is converted to GTP. Later GTP is converted to ATP. Since I have 2 molecules of succinyl coenzyme A, 2 GDP to 2 GTP. This is another substrate level phosphorylation. I am going to teach photophosphorylation in another concept video from the same slide number. Please follow.